The parting of the Red Sea, a tale of survival, miracles, and triumph. Imagine being trapped. Behind you, the relentless roar of an advancing army, and before you, the endless expanse of an unyielding sea. The ground trembles under the thunder of chariots, and panic grips the air. Just as all hope seems lost, a single man steps forward, raises his staff, and in an instant, the impossible happens. The waters before you roar and surge, splitting apart to reveal a path to freedom. This is not just a story. It is a moment of divine intervention, so powerful and dramatic that it has echoed across centuries. The parting of the Red Sea is a spectacle of courage, desperation, and faith. A tale that has inspired countless generations and continues to captivate audiences with its sheer magnitude and wonder. Let us journey into this breathtaking narrative, where the line between life and death blurs, and the impossible becomes reality. The Israelites, newly freed from centuries of brutal slavery, are on the move under Moses' leadership. Their exodus is marked by a sense of urgency and hope, but their journey quickly takes a perilous turn. As they approach the shores of the Red Sea, jubilation gives way to terror. Behind them, Pharaoh's formidable army, equipped with chariots and the latest military technology of its time, bears down in relentless pursuit. Before them lies an unyielding expanse of water, an apparent dead end. Panic spreads like wildfire through the camp as cries of despair rise into the air. Were there no graves in Egypt that you have brought us to die here? As Pharaoh's chariots thunder closer, panic grips the Israelites. Mothers clutch their children tightly, elders whisper prayers, and the young glance back at the approaching dust cloud of the Egyptian army. The air is thick with fear and despair. In this moment of impending doom, Moses steps forward, a lone figure of calm amidst the chaos. His voice rises above the tumult, commanding attention. Fear not, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Lord. With his staff raised high, Moses stretches his hand over the waters. The scene is surreal, heavy with anticipation. The sea, dark and vast, begins to shift. A sudden, mighty wind sweeps across the waters, howling through the night with a force that defies nature. The Israelites watch in awe as the waves, once seemingly immovable, begin to churn and pull apart. The waters rise, towering on either side, forming colossal walls that shimmer under the moonlight. The seabed, now exposed, emerges as a dry path stretching into the horizon. The sight is both terrifying and mesmerizing, a demonstration of divine power so immense it leaves no room for doubt. The Israelites hesitate, their fear of the unknown mingling with the awe of the miraculous sight before them. Moses, resolute, leads the way, stepping onto the dry seabed. One by one, the Israelites follow, carrying their belongings and leading their livestock. Their footsteps echo in the unnatural silence of the parted sea, the only sounds being the gusts of wind and the distant roar of water held at bay. For the Israelites, this journey through the sea is not merely physical, but deeply spiritual. Each step is a declaration of faith, a movement away from the chains of oppression and toward the promise of freedom. The walls of water, majestic yet threatening, stand as a reminder of their vulnerability and the divine protection that sustains them. As they progress, the scene behind them grows more ominous. Pharaoh's army, undeterred by the miraculous display, charges into the path through the sea. The sound of chariot wheels grinding against the seabed and the shouts of soldiers reverberate through the night. For the Israelites, every step forward is a race against time. Despite the fear and urgency, there is a sense of divine orchestration at play. The path remains firm and clear for the Israelites, while the Egyptians' progress is hindered. Chariots falter, wheels jam in the mud, and confusion spreads among the ranks. Yet the army presses on, driven by Pharaoh's unrelenting determination to recapture his slaves. Finally, as the last of the Israelites steps onto the far shore, the moment of deliverance reaches its climax. Moses, standing steadfast on the opposite bank, raises his hand once more. The wind ceases, and the towering walls of water collapse with a deafening roar. The sea rushes back into its place, engulfing Pharaoh's army in a chaotic torrent. Chariots are overturned, horses neigh in panic, and soldiers cry out as they are swept away. The waters settle, calm, once more, leaving no trace of the mighty army that pursued them. On the distant shore, the Israelites stand in stunned silence, their hearts pounding with the realization of what has just transpired. Their oppressors are gone, and they are truly free. As the final echoes of the collapsing waters fade into silence, the Israelites stand on the far shore, gazing back at the sea that now lies calm and undisturbed. The remnants of Pharaoh's army are gone, swallowed by the power of the waters. The weight of their long oppression begins to lift, replaced by an overwhelming sense of liberation. For a moment, there is only silence, stunned, breathless silence as the magnitude of what just occurred sinks in. Then, a murmur rises among the people, growing into a swell of triumphant cries. The realization hits them all at once. They are free, truly, undeniably free. Moses leads the people in a song of gratitude and awe. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has become my salvation. He has triumphed gloriously. The horse and its rider he has thrown into the sea. The song ripples through the crowd, their voices lifting in unison, accompanied by tambourines and the rhythmic stamping of feet. Tears of joy mix with laughter as they celebrate not just their survival, but the promise of a new life. A life no longer defined by chains and fear. But even in their joy, they know this is only the beginning. The wilderness stretches before them, vast and uncertain, filled with challenges yet to come. Still, they step forward with renewed hope, their faith strengthened by the miracle they have just witnessed. The path ahead may be unknown, but they move forward together, guided by the belief that the same power that parted the sea will lead them to the land of promise. The parting of the Red Sea stands as an eternal testament to the triumph of faith over fear, freedom over oppression, and the enduring strength of hope. It is not merely the end of one chapter, but the beginning of a journey that will shape a people and inspire generations to come. Thank you for staying with us to the end of this incredible story of faith, courage, and divine power. If this tale of the parting of the Red Sea inspired you or made you see it in a new light, don't forget to like this video. It really helps us reach more people with content like this. We'd also love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this miraculous event? Do you see it as a symbol of faith, a historical account, or something else entirely? Leave a comment below and let's start a meaningful discussion. And if you're passionate about exploring stories, lessons, and insights like these, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future videos. There's so much more to discover together. Thank you for your support. See you in the next video.